Good evening and thanks for joining us from the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adegboyega Labiran with the news. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has called on Nigerians from all walks of life to collaborate in the renewed fight against corruption and insecurity. Obasanjo gave the charge in response to concerns raised by some members of the Fourth Estate during a courtesy visit by the pen-pushing online media, urging the wife of the president, Aisha, to engage in pillow talk with President Muhammadu Buhari on various challenges affecting the country. Mrs. Buhari had recently spoken out against the spread of insecurity in the country. Obasanjo canvassed for more advocacy and sensitization to achieve the desired change in the country.
What is important is that we should raise awareness. When we raise awareness and we are not deceiving ourselves, we will put all the issues on the table. I believe that any human problem can be solved by human beings if they are genuine and honest with themselves.
The former
Obasanjo decried the activities of headsmen in parts of the country which he said threaten national peace and security. He emphasized that every Nigerian family, individual, group was entitled to livelihood, adding that it is the responsibility of all to make sure every citizen has a dignified life. The chairman, editorial board of the visiting pen-pushing media, Olufunke Faduga, earlier advocated a new approach to the fight against corruption that will be all-encompassing.
If, as the president, he was able to establish the EFCC and the ICPC, since he left, how far have they been able to fight this war against corruption? One would have expected that there would have been changes in the dynamics of the fight against corruption. For instance, maybe in terms of capacity, maybe in terms of focus, maybe in terms of...
The former head of state said it was wrong for the livelihood of some to become a threat to the efforts of others to legitimate means of livelihood. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has felicitated with Muslims on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr celebration. The governor, in a statement signed by his Deputy Chief Press Secretary Gboyega Akosile, called on Muslims faithful to imbibe the virtues of tolerance and peaceful coexistence, which is part of the lessons of the season. He urged all Muslims to deeply reflect on all the lessons taught by the blessed month by promoting values that will uplift them spiritually and also improve the condition of humanity in general. He enjoined Muslims to pray for peace and progress in Lagos and Nigeria as his administration commences implementation of its plans to achieve Greater Lagos. And the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, has called on all Lagos residents to be godly in all their dealings in the interest of peace and harmony. Dr. Hamzat made the call shortly after participating in the Eid prayers earlier in the day. He noted that the lessons of the holy month were intended to be a lifestyle that should endure after the holy month.
We are still alive and that we are able to see the end of Ramadan and that we are all gathered here to celebrate. The essence basically is for us to be godly in what we do. Think about other Lagosians. So when you're on the road, think about other road users. When you are in your house, think about others that don't even have a house. So it's about empathy for every Lagosians so that we live a life that is not destructive.
Admonishing the people during the prayer, the chief imam of the state, Sulaiman Abdul Nala, called on all Muslim faithful to desist from all acts of criminality and extremism as they were all prohibited by Islam.
Extremism, kidnapping, and killing are all
chapter is clear. Whether Islam invites everyone to establish peace, justice, righteousness, and security in the land. This is for you so that you can become successful. The message of Allah said, all mankind, spread peace, feed people, observe prayers at night when people are asleep. We know this is guaranteed into paradise.
The Muslim cleric charged all those perpetuating evil in the guise of religious extremism to desist from such acts and embrace peace. Muslims in Nigeria have joined others across the world to celebrate Eid al-Fitr today and tomorrow without leaving Lagos residents left out in the celebration. ITV's Faith Agbetuya, who visited some Lagos parks and markets, now bring the situation report.
A drive round the Lagos metropolis by IATV showed light traffic on most usually Lagos busy roads, as there was low vehicular movement with most Lagos residents remaining indoors to observe the Salah break. To some market women who shared their plight with IATV News, there is low patronage compared to the huge sales they usually record during other festive seasons in previous years. Many of the market women were sighted sitting in expectation of customers, while some others stayed away from their stalls.
It's not much. It's not much like last year. It's not much. Because people are complaining there's no money.
Today is dull. It's very dull. You can see the market. People are not rushing like Christmas or Easter period or the other time, Ilaya. Market used to move, but this one is very dull. We used to sell, but this year on, I don't understand.
Some transport workers also said that passengers who usually travel out of Lagos seem to have refused to leave their homes for some reasons, which they say include lack of money in circulation.
Get as the bill, really, because no passenger at all. I think they are no money, because all these people don't collect salary, men and income to no passenger at all.
No, there is no more. First of all, there's no money in the town, as people are expected. So that's why people stay at home. Some people who have children in school, we have not paid their children to feed. So why can't they travel to their village to go and celebrate Salah?
It affect me fully. Sometimes I bring my car here, there's no passenger. I didn't pick any passenger, there's no one. I find my way to home. That's why.
The respondents stressed that they expect a better standard of living in Lagos State and across the country, especially with the recent change in government. Faith Agbetuya, IATV News, Lagos.
State where the chief imam of Ilorin, Muhammadu Bashir, has urged Muslims to maintain the good conduct exhibited during the fasting period and live together in harmony with their neighbors no matter the religious differences. He said they should attach importance to being generous and caring for the needy, while also advising the new government in the state to implement programs that will have a positive impact on the people. Efforts to interview the governor proved abortive due to the rowdy nature of the environment. And now to Osun State. The outgoing Speaker of the Osun State House of Assembly, Najim Salam, has urged the federal government to redouble its efforts in the fight against all forms of security challenges confronting the country. Salam was speaking in Osogbo at a program, The Frontliners, organized by the Association of Veteran Journalists, Osun State Chapter. He blamed the security situation on high unemployment rate and porous geographical borders across the country. As the State 6th Assembly, Najim Salam and his predecessor Adejare Bello enjoined lawmakers elect to let patriotism and selflessness be their watchword.
How to manage our border. Our border is so porous to the extent of people that comes in and get out of the country, we don't even know them. So while we do not have means of identifying ourselves as whether you are Nigerian or not, the federal government was strict with their border, monitor who comes in, where is it coming from, and what for in the country. In a way, they can checkmate the level of insecurity in the country. Another thing is for the federal government to equip the security operatives of the country, not necessarily in terms of weaponry, but in terms of training. They need to undergo a kind of trainings to know, because the criminals in this country, they have the best training that you can think of. Incoming members should know that the House of Assembly is not money making organs or organization. You are there not to make money. If they are there because of the material gain, they may not get it right. They should.
Going forward, the Speaker and his predecessor charged executive arm of government at various levels on implementation of existing laws to engender growth and development of Nigeria. And now the business news. The nation's excess crude revenue dropped from $13.59 per barrel to $7.28 per barrel following increased instability in the global oil market between the first and the last week of May 2019. A compilation and analysis of oil prices during the period show that the price of Nigeria's Bonny Light, the nation's premium oil grade, which stood at $73.59 in the first week of the month, dropped to $67.28 in the last week, indicating a fall of $6.31 per barrel. It shows that the prices of other crudes also witnessed setbacks in the volatile market because of the prevailing instability. For instance, the price of Brent West Texas Intermediate, WTI, and OPEC basket dropped from $71.94, $63.53, and $71.07 to $70, $60.10, and $67.12 respectively during the period. There was an indication that the prices of crudes will continue to drop in the coming months, apparently because of the continued instability. For instance, the price of Bonny Light dropped further by $2.72 to $65.28 per barrel, indicating further drop in the nation's excess crude oil revenue. And now to the manufacturing sector. The manufacturing sector recorded a decline of about 77.92 billion naira in output in the first quarter of 2019. An analysis of the gross domestic product report that the sector recorded a total output of 1.69 trillion naira as of the end of the fourth quarter of 2017. However, the level of productivity of the sector dropped by 77.92 billion naira from the fourth quarter figure of 1.68 trillion naira to 1.61 trillion naira. The sector had been badly hit by the harsh operating environment, which took its toll on the profit margins of many companies operating in that segment of the economy. The report said there were 13 subsectors that made up the manufacturing sector. Out of the 13 subsectors, only 4 recorded an increase in economic performance between December and March of 2019, while 9 subsectors recorded a decrease in productivity. The rail transportation data for the first quarter of 2019 reflected that a total of 723,995 passengers traveled via the rail system in the first quarter of 2019, as against 748,345 passengers recorded in the first quarter of 2018 and 746,739 in the fourth quarter of 2018, representing 3.25% decline year-on-year and 3.05% decline quarter-on-quarter respectively. Similarly, a total of 54,099 tons of volume of goods and cargo traveled via the rail system in the first quarter of 2019, as against 79,750 recorded in the first quarter of 2018 and 68,716 in the fourth quarter of 2018, representing 32.16% decline year-on-year and 21.27% decline quarter-on-quarter respectively. Revenue generated from passengers in the first quarter of 2019 was put at 520,794,143 naira, as against 507,475,503 naira in the fourth quarter of 2018. Similarly, revenue generated from goods and cargo in the first quarter of 2019 was put at 102,585,926 naira, as against 84,408,861 naira in the fourth quarter of 2018. And that's the size of our package from the Lagos studios of IATV. I am Adegboyega Labiron, thanking you for finding time to join us, and I'm returning you to our studios in Ibadan for the rest of the news. Good evening.